It was during a family meeting, and we had allocated land for a project, and members of the family had several projects, like making it a business center, but that would subdivide it and cause even a slum around there. So we didn't approve of that. Then next, we had even wanted to make our own family ground, because the family, I think it takes after our father. He's very gamesome. A lot of the family members are sportsmen and women. I personally have been a rugby player, and at the university I was even the captain. But when I entered teaching and in the schools, I've been a games tutor. And my best game, of course, it included all the games in the school, but then I concentrated on girls. So I coached girls, both football and netball teams. But then when this opportunity came, we said, if there is an opportunity of boosting our father's name as a man who has done quite a lot for Uganda, then this would be the best opportunity if this stadium is built on the land that has been donated to FUFA. If FUFA can accept to build a stadium and name it after our father, Dr. James Rujumba, that would have been the best honor that would have been accorded to our old gentleman.
How much land did we give out to?
We gave out 10 acres, because that's what they asked initially. But then later, when constructors and engineers came, they found out that it wasn't enough. So they wanted 10 more acres. But the family sat and said, we have also our own priorities as a family. We would like to improve our house and so on. Can't you give us at least something out of the next 10 acres to make it 20? And they agreed. So they paid us something for the other 10. So they got 20. But when they wanted to extend, and it wasn't enough, we just conceded, because we wanted the project to be successful. And as we have seen, we have been extremely gratified to have a stadium built at our doorstep, and especially Hoima.
How do you feel as a family, but also?
The family feels very honored and very grateful and extremely happy. And if it is named after Rujumba, that will be our greatest happiness as a family.
Who was Rujumba then?
Rujumba is our father and the owner of the land on which that stadium is built. So many people don't know him, but he was the first veterinary surgeon in Uganda and East Africa. After going to Budo and Makerere with the late Dr. Kiseka and the Babihas, he came out as a veterinary surgeon. and worked in so many parts of Uganda, like Lango. He worked in Karamoja, then in Teso, then in Buganda, and lastly, when he was about to retire, he worked in Masindi and then in Hoima. After that, he became a personal private secretary to the Omukama of Bunyoro, that is Satito Wing. And as a personal private secretary, he was always going out to intercede for the lost counties of Buyaga and Buganda East. And after that, he went actually to Lancaster House also. He was among the delegates who went to intercede for East African independence, that is Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. And not only that, he is among the authors, one of the interpreters of the Runyoro Rutoro dictionary, among the main interpreters. Also, in the Runyoro Rutoro Bible, is one of the chief translators, called East African Animals and Rodents, or rather, Animals and Rodents of East Africa, written in 3 languages, that is English, Luganda, and Runyoro Rutoro. So the interpreter and the one who named those East African animals and rodents in that book was Dr. James Rujumba. So the man was almost unknown after doing all those things. So the family thought, if there is something like a stadium named after him, at least people will come to know who Rujumba was.
Your name?
My name is Mutagaywa Joe Rujumba, and I'm the heir.
My name is Rwakiza Derek, the grandson of the late Dr. James Rujumba, and I'm one of the people who have tried to push that project to see that it has reached where it has reached on the side of the family. And I want to thank my parents who initiated this move to make sure that at least they donate land to FUFA so that we have a stadium. And I'm so grateful that a dream has turned into a reality, and we have now an international stadium that is sitting on around 30 acres of land, whereby the family of the Dr. late James Rujumba donated 10 acres to FUFA as part of the land for the stadium.
Why do you want it to be named after him?
We want it to be named after him as a sign of remembrance, as a sign of his contribution to this government of Uganda. He has been a great man. He has done a lot. He has contributed a lot to the government of Uganda. So we wanted the government to appreciate his contribution by naming the stadium Dr. James Rujumba Stadium.
Looking at the facility, how magnificent it is, what does it feel for you as a family?
It makes us feel more proud as the Rujumba, because really that was not what we thought was going to be on that project land. We are appreciating the government that at least our grandfather's dream has come into a reality, that now we have an international stadium on Rujumba land.
Any message to government or people?
Yes, we are appreciating the government, and we are requesting just requesting the government, if they can name that stadium Rujumba Stadium, they would have made our grandfather the happiest wherever he is.